So for secret mechanic number 1, you can actually use the surge coil to stun bombardiers in Arc Raiders. This one is pretty funny. All you gotta do is stick the surge coil to the very back of the bombardier on its weak spot, and it will stun the bombardier for about 20 seconds. As you can see, the bombardier is just sat in one position looking at me. Usually the bombardier will spin around in circles when you stick the surge coil on the back of them, but right now there is a bit of terrain blocking that from happening. So, did you know you can shoot 2 level 1 anvils quicker than a level 4 anvil when using the Combat MK3 flanking augment? I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. So all you're going to need is 2 level 1 anvils put into each slot, have your combat flanking augment on, and switch between weapons each time you're shooting, like so. Not only does it fire super quick, but you also have 6 extra shots with this method. So did you know that the blaze grenade actually is the best counterattack towards any sort of trap that's in the game? Let me show you why. So for example, there's a jolt mine on the inside of this wall. You can hear the jolt mine, but you don't want to enter through the room. You can hear the jolt mine on the outside. You want to get into this room, there's another player in there, and all you're going to need is a good old blaze grenade. Now get your blaze grenade and throw it at the wall here like so. And boom, get rid of the trap. Now this will work for almost any trap in the game as well. Once you have a good old blaze grenade, you can counter any trap that will be hidden behind a wall, even with a locked door. As you can see, works a charm. Test it on the gas mine as well. Get the gas mine up there. Close the door. Blaze grenade out. There goes the mine. Blaze grenades are the best counter to traps that are hidden behind walls that you can't get a good angle on to shoot. It even counters the noisemaker in game as well. Not that much players use it, but it will counter the noisemaker. So, did you know on Spaceport you can actually scale to the very top of the Spaceport launch tower building? Now this comes in really handy when the launch tower loot event is on Spaceport. So there is a few different ways you can do this, but I like to bring a snap hook and then a snap hook onto the second story of the launch tower, and then once you get to the second story you're going to climb straight up to the very top. Now a snap hook actually isn't needed for this, but it's just that little bit quicker when getting to the very top. Now once you make your way into this corner, you just need to keep jumping until you get to the very top. Whatever you do, don't stop jumping. I like to push, I'm on keyboard and mouse, so I like to push W to keep my back up against the wall. So try keep your back up against the wall and then just keep spamming jump. And then you will eventually get to the very top of the launch towers and you won't need to unlock any of the doors for this event. Up next we have the good old snap hook. Not only can this thing be used to kill arc, but you can actually fling certain arc across the map by using just a snap hook. That's so good. He's gone. Bye. So not only is the snap hook fantastic for traversing the map, you can also take out some of the smaller arc with this as well. So you can actually use certain items to block each arc's field of view, and then you won't be able to get seen by them. Aha! So as you can see, once you place something over that field of view on an arc, you can actually avoid taking damage from them. So we're walking through that cone of vision there. As you can see, the arc can't even spot us. There's a couple of different items that you can place on the arc to block this little cone of vision. Gas mine being one. We also have the jolt mine being another. Once you place something like a jolt mine or even a fireworks box over this little blue light that shines out, you will block their field of vision. Did you know that you can actually hide ziplines after using them? So all you need for this one is a crash mat. Let's get this down on the ground. Then get our zipline like so. Get our zipline off like that. And once we use the zipline, the very end when we get here, our zipline will disappear. As you can see, it disappears and it's not usable anymore. Let's try this one again. So first you're going to need a crash mat. Put your crash mat down on the ground. Get your zipline. Make sure the bottom of your zipline is on top of the crash mat. So therefore it will disappear when you get to the other end. Super handy if you're being chased by rats, or you just want to hide your location, or you want to get rid of a zipline that is set up onto a roof. So when using ziplines in Arc Raiders, you definitely should be using a snap hook to traverse onto the zipline, as this will allow you to get across the zipline 4 to 5 seconds quicker. That is so much quicker than just normally going across the zipline. Now this also works for vertical ziplines as well. 4 seconds is a massive difference when trying to escape from other raiders, so definitely be using your snap hook when traversing on ziplines. So right now in Arc Raiders you cannot use a free loadout in the close scrutiny event, but there is something else that you can do to get by this. So let's get rid of all our items here, and we are going to go in with absolutely no items on us. Now what this does is this gives us a safe pocket and it allows us to be able to queue into close scrutiny. But when you get into close scrutiny, there is one thing that you're going to need to do. So once you load into close scrutiny, what we're going to do here is we are going to make our way towards certain locations on the map that will have tons of items for you that are just as good as a free loadout.
If you see one light up and signal, you might want to stick around. Something valuable is bound to drop in.
As you can see, we got combat supplies right here, 100 meters away. Let's sprint down. Now, combat supplies are located all throughout the close scrutiny map. You just gotta find them. Some are closer than others, but once you get to them, there'll be meds, weapons. The only thing you won't have is a backpack and also a shield. But shields, you can find a shield very easy on the map, but you will get your safe pocket. So let's come down and see what we can get here. So we got some meds first of all. Nice couple of meds for us. You're going to get a lot more meds here than you would with a free loadout anyway. Get some more meds. I'm going to grab a little bit of ammo here as well. Stack up on ammo because we're going to go get a weapon now for ourselves. Our combat supplies just across the way. They're usually all pretty close to each other. All depends on the map really. Let's make our way to the next one here. We want to come to the weapon crate straight away, get ourselves a weapon, and we're good to go. Now this is really good for hunting for the Dolabra because there's no risk here. There's no risk whatsoever. You still have your free loadout, and if you find the Dolabra blueprint, you still get to put it into that safe pocket there and take it out with you. Would you look at that? Sniper Osprey blueprint as well. That can go straight into our safe pocket. Oh, and another blueprint. So once you load into close scrutiny, make sure that you are running around to the combat supplies. With the combat supplies, you'll be able to get tons of meds, and you'll also get yourself a weapon, and if you're lucky enough, you'll get yourself a blueprint. This is very handy to do it this way, as this is even better than using a free loadout, as with this method you actually get a free safe pocket. The only thing is you don't get a backpack or you don't get augment. Now, that isn't the end of the world. Augments can be found on the map, and the augment size already will be the same size as the free loadout. If you have a little bit of gear for, this is a handy way to get into the close scrutiny event on a free loadout. Now, up last for the final secret hidden mechanic in the game, we have the blaze grenade trap. Now, with the blaze grenade trap, a lot of people will just set them up like so. Now, the thing with this is, when I come over and open the door, it's very obvious to spot that. And I can just simply do it like so and back up, and then I'm all good. But there is another way to plant these blaze grenade traps to get the most benefit out of them. So how you set up these traps is you want to aim for, let's close the door first, it's easier with the door closed. So you can actually kind of morph it there like so. Now once it's in like that, you're good to go. Let's move back around this side. Now the minute I open the door, the trap will go off. See, much better to have it that way. So it instantly goes off. But that is 10 secret mechanics in our creators. As all for now, guys, stay safe out there, and I will talk to you in the next one.